Oh yeah.
Welcome to Ms. Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Disney movies that should have been musicals.
She's like a spider waiting for the kill.
Roger,
Look
she'll
out
hear
for
you.
Cruella de Vil.
For this list, we'll be looking at the most notable films from the studio that would have benefited from a steady stream of singing and dancing from start to finish. This won't include Disney movies that we think should be adapted for Broadway, as those are already on another list. Can you think of any other Disney flicks that would have been better as musicals? Let us know in the comments below. Number 10. The Princess Diaries.
Stop daydreaming! You'll be late for school!
Can you imagine waking up one morning to learn that you're the princess of a small country called Genovia? That's the premise of The Princess Diaries, so it should have been a musical based on the plot alone.
Me? A princess? Shut up!
The film has so many moments that are worthy of a number, like Mia being made over and telling her best friend that she's royalty.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Plus, the film stars Anne Hathaway and Julie Andrews as the princess and queen, respectively. They're two vocal powerhouses, so Mia and her grandmother could have sung a beautiful duet. Sadly, it wasn't meant to be. But considering the recent surge of teen movies being turned into musicals, maybe The Princess Diaries will make a royal debut on Broadway one day. Number 9. Monsters, Inc. This 2001 flick technically does have a musical in it.
Put that thing back where it came from, or so help me. So help me, so help me, and cut.
Of course, we're referring to Put That Thing Back Where It Came From, or So Help Me, which was written, directed, and produced by Mike Wazowski.
There's a human child.
Based on the brilliance of this short piece, we think it's safe to say the movie as a whole deserved to be filled with music. From Mike and Celia's inevitable duet to Sully mourning the loss of Boo, this Pixar classic had room for numerous heart-wrenching and endearing songs.
And just when I dare to care, she says, au contraire.
Plus, there's no doubt that Randall, Mike and Sully's nemesis, could have had an insanely cool villain tune. Monsters are cool, but singing monsters could have been better.
And she helped us to find a better tomorrow today.
Number 8. Atlantis: The Lost Empire. Created by the producer and directors of The Hunchback of Notre Dame, Atlantis: The Lost Empire wasn't designed to be a musical, but that doesn't mean we can't imagine what might have been.
The kings of our past would weep if they could see how far we have fallen.
Set primarily in 1914, the film follows Milo as he and his ragtag team of explorers investigate the lost city of Atlantis. The crew alone should have had a song where each member introduces themselves.
Milo, where you been? I want you to meet Commander Rourke. He led the Iceland team that brought the journal back.
Milo Thatch. Pleasure to meet the grandson of old Thaddeus.
And Kida, one of the most underrated Disney princesses ever, deserved the chance to sing about her culture. Plus, the filmmakers were reportedly inspired by a number of different architectural styles when designing Atlantis itself, including Mayan and Tibetan. So we can easily imagine musical numbers that incorporate these histories for a rich and complex result. Number 7. Treasure Planet. Adapted from Robert Louis Stevenson's novel Treasure Island, Treasure Planet takes Jim Hawkins and John Silver and plops them in the middle of outer space. Instead of sailing the 7 seas, they sail through the cosmos.
Stowed with riches beyond imagination, the loot of 1,000 worlds.
Treasure Planet.
The cast included some amazing singers, including Joseph Gordon-Levitt and David Hyde Pierce, both of whom have voices that are ideal for singing some space shanties. Jim's initial unhappiness with his life would have been perfect for a classic I Want track, while Ben, a robot that the crew encounters, should have had a song about how difficult it is to lose your memory.
I've been marooned for so long. I mean, solitude's fun! Don't get me wrong, for heaven's sakes, after 100 years, you go a little nuts!
We could go on, but the possibilities were endless. Number 6. Zootopia. A musical version of Zootopia would have included more songs from Gazelle, which would have meant more Shakira, which we can always use. If we're being honest, the pop star's involvement, and those tigers, were reason enough to turn this film into a full-blown musical.
Anyone can be anything!
But the story itself also warrants it. Hustling Fox Nick could have rapped about the grind, while Bunny Cop Judy could have slayed a ballad about trying to fit in.
Everybody heard you can't do nothing right, babe. I'm a loser.
With themes like discrimination and prejudice running throughout the film, it was a breeding ground for music. A duet between Judy's fighting neighbors would have been a must, too. And can you imagine how striking a huge ensemble number would have been at the end? Number 5. Pirates of the Caribbean: The Curse of the Black Pearl. Considering the fact that there are so many movies that take place in the Pirates of the Caribbean universe, it's a bit surprising that none of them are musicals. The first film, which introduced us to the smarmy Captain Jack Sparrow and his crew, was perfect musical fodder.
Sorry. Blacksmith's hands. I know they're rough.
I mean, yes, they are.
From a romantic ballad between Elizabeth Swann and Will Turner to a song about being a cursed pirate, The Curse of the Black Pearl needed to be a musical.
You best start believing in ghost stories, Miss Turner. You're in one.
A new film starring Margot Robbie as a fiery lady pirate is currently in development, so we're hoping for at least one show-stopping number. Number 4. Lilo and Stitch.
Aloha, oi. Aloha, oi.
This tale of a mischievous alien Stitch and his local gal pal Lilo does feature numerous tunes by the king himself, Elvis Presley.
You can shake an apple off an apple tree. Shake a sugar, but you'll never shake me.
Lilo and Stitch would have been a great jukebox musical, as the characters could have sung and danced to his songs.
Hands on your hips, now follow my lead.
Stitch doesn't seem like much of a crooner, but he could have put a unique twist on things.
Elvis played guitar. Here, hold it like this, and put your fingers here. See? Now you try.
The film also has some great Hawaiian music and dancing, but not nearly enough. We don't think asking for Stitch to hula some more would be unwarranted, and while a Nani David love song would be epic, we'd have especially liked a duet between Dr. Jumba and Agent Pleakley, who are goals. Number 3. 101 Dalmatians.
Cruella de Vil, Cruella de Vil. If she doesn't scare you, no evil thing will.
Cruella de Vil, arguably the most fashionable Disney villain, already has an iconic song about her, courtesy of Roger.
Let her in, Nanny.
Given the fact that he's quite literally a songwriter, we can't wrap our heads around the entire film not being a musical.
It was all up to me. Well,
Roger, Anita, Pongo, and Perdita could have had their own quartet about love, while the Twilight Bark gossip chain could have easily been a musical chant. Cruella, which told the origin story of Miss DeVille, does have many swinging songs from 1970s London. But we wish the animated film had explored its musical potential too. Number 2. Hocus Pocus.
I put a spell on you. And now you're mine.
The Sanderson sisters do have a hypnotizing musical moment in Hocus Pocus when they sing their own saucy rendition of I Put a Spell on You.
I put a spell on you. And now you've
As spellbinding as this performance is, it just leaves us hungry for more. Bette Midler played Head Witch Winifred, and should have had a plethora of chances to belt about how powerful she is. Sarah Jessica Parker, another Broadway star, does sing a captivating lullaby-style tune at one point. But considering how incredible her pipes are, she could have tried to mesmerize every single character. Hocus Pocus 2 is slated to be released soon, and this time around, we better get more magical musical moments.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Big Hero 6. Can you imagine a singing and dancing Baymax?
This is what I've been working on.
Brave. Considering how beautiful Scottish music is, Merida should have sung at least one ballad.
When the cold wind is a-calling and the sky is clear and bright.
Meet the Robinsons. This movie has everything you need for a musical, from time travel to family to jealousy.
Oh, hey there, little fella. Now I know what you're thinking, and my clothes are not on backwards. My head is.
The Black Cauldron. The Horned King could have had a sinister number that put other Disney villains to shame. Brother Bear. This movie already has a great soundtrack, so why not make it a full-blown musical?
Tell you what, how about no talking?
Okay. Then I'll sing.
No.
Tell everybody
Stop it.
I'm on my way.
Will you stop it?
New friends and
quit
new
it.
places to see.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. The Emperor's New Groove.
Was born and raised to rule. No one has ever been this cruel.
Before this film found its groove, it was going to be an epic tale with loads of music called Kingdom of the Sun.
This whole song is about llamas in Incan society.
However, it eventually became clear that the movie wasn't working. That's how we ended up with the loony comedy we all know and love today. Still, it could have been nice to see the original musical numbers kept in. The late, great Eartha Kitt's Yzma had a fun song called Snuff Out the Light, which you can hear on the soundtrack.
Whatever it takes to keep my looks, you really can't blame a gal for trying.
And considering how catchy the movie's opening number is, it's clear that The Emperor's New Groove had the potential to be a super entertaining musical.
Theme song guy.
Oh yeah! He's the sovereign of the nation. He's the hippest cat in creation.
You know what they say? It's never too late to make things right. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from Ms. Mojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.